welcome back to the Phil1Up Podcast. We are here with Megoobuh. Yeah, did I say it right?
You said it right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I'm just like, go by Meg. It's easier just to say Meg, because I mean, that literally is my name.
And we are here to discuss our love for Ninja Turtles and to learn more about her channel, and so much fun stuff. I'm really excited about this episode because I don't know a lot of people, aside from my one friend, Lacey, who really loves Ninja Turtles. So this is going to be fun. So we're going to just hop straight into the questions. So the first question is, where did your YouTube name come from? I really want to know the story behind that.
I get this question all the time. Okay, so there's two sides to the story. There's the story of the name and the story of the icon. So when I was a kid, my uncle would always make up nicknames for everybody, and the nickname, he just started calling me Megoobuh one day. And then it kind of turned into, like, when I was a kid, when I would start going to school, my mom kind of used it as like the safety word. Like, if somebody, like, she's like, oh, well, if, what if somebody came to pick you up? What's the password? So that way I would know if it was somebody that was meant to pick me up or if it was like stranger danger, run away. So we're turned into that. And then when I was in college, I tried to make like my own business because I have like a degree in graphics. I was like, oh, I can do this. And the name kind of just stuck, and I created like a cartoon character out of it. So then but it was spelled differently. It was Magooba. And then when I created this brand, I changed it to Megoobuh, so MEG. And then instead of the A, I replaced it with BUH. So there's that. And then the graphic, believe it or not, some people say this is rude. My mom used to call me monkey face when I was a kid. All the way up, like ever since I was born up until she passed, she always called me that. So I just loved like monkeys because of that. She would always buy me something monkey for Christmas. So I as an homage to her, I always keep the monkey symbol on it.
Oh, that's cute. So you did the artwork. You draw the little monkey.
Not that one. I did pay for that one.
Oh, okay.
In college, when I had my business, I did draw that one, but it wasn't good enough to be a gaming logo. So it's pathetic. I have a degree in graphic design and I paid someone to do this.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. My artwork,
exactly.
I drew all throughout high school, elementary, everything. But I am not good at it. I don't know how to do the graphic stuff on the computer, and my art skills have severely declined. So I had someone do my artwork because I love Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest, and I was like, I want something like that for mine. And
your drawing is epic, dude.
Yeah,
it came out so good.
Yeah, there's actually a story behind that. It was supposed to have so much more, like all these Nintendo characters and everything all around me, but the artist, he was like, it takes away from you. And I think it'd be better just to have a clear background and you hopping out of the treasure chest with all the consoles and games around, and it'd be so much better. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. And then someone suggested, like, man, you should be holding a Keyblade instead of Cloud's Buster Sword. And I was like, damn, that would have been good. Oh, well.
But see, I like the idea, like, of how you said, with everything popping out of it, because it shows like everything that you collect, which you can literally see like behind you, like all the consoles and everything. Mm-hmm. So it kind of helps encapsulate like what your channel's all about.
Yeah. Hoarding all this shit.
As a collector, I can attest that hoarding is definitely a big thing.
There's so many boxes you don't even see. There's just boxes everywhere. Silly, I'm suffocating myself. But
why do you think I'm in the corner? Well, also I'm like slowly packing to move, so I have like moving boxes everywhere. Oh, so yeah.
That's the dread of a collector, because you're like, I didn't realize how much I had until I started moving.
Yep. And then next thing you know, you're like, do I really need this? And then you get rid of it and you regret that you got rid of it. So it's, you damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. So, I wanted to ask, how long have you been on YouTube making content, and what is your channel all about?
So with this account, it's been about 1.5 years. Before that, I had like a all-around geek page where it was like movies and games, conventions, all that. I started making content on that back in 2019, but that kind of took a nosedive. And like none of my gaming stuff was really working out, and I was getting really frustrated. Engagement was down all around. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna make a gaming channel. And it wound up being like the best thing I ever did because I'm loving it so much. Even though I'm kind of plateauing right now, but I'm slowly like going back, like climbing back up. But yeah, no, so for this page since April of 2022.
Wow, that's cool. And I see you like interact with so many people online. You're making so many friends and connections, and that's the way to do it, honestly. Yeah. Because me, embarrassingly, if I admit, I've been on YouTube making content since like I made an account like 2013 or something, and I think I've been making content since 2015. And it's like I was under a different name, and I thought about making a new channel, but I didn't. I just rebrand. And before, I wasn't growing at all because I didn't have a community, I didn't have friends, I didn't know what I was doing. I just put random stuff out, and now it's doing a lot better. But man, to be making content that long and I'm still not at 1,000, it's embarrassing.
So many people have that same argument, like, oh, I only have, this many followers and I've been doing it so long. You have to have the mentality that, like, don't do it to try to gain the followers. Do it because you love doing it. The followers, the engagement, that's all bonus stuff. I say that, but yet I complain when I don't have the engagement. But that's a story for another day. No, but like, you're doing it because you love it, and then you shifted, you rebranded, and you just said to yourself, it's doing better now, which is a great thing. So you kind of what you want, where you're going. Just gotta keep at it.
Yeah, it helps to have great people in the community too. Like,
Yes.
shout out to our fellow friend Sega Blogs.
Oh, my boy Sega, I love him. He's one of the first people I met when I made this account. I think he was like one of my first followers, and it's, oh my god, a constant source of positivity. And like, I was texting with him the other day. We were just chatting, talking about, of course, games, talking about just life in general, and I love him so much. He's a great guy.
He's a big teddy bear, just a big old cuddly teddy bear.
He is. He's great.
Yeah,
I actually have to message him to see if he started playing some of the games he's recently picked up.
I mean, I need to follow after him instead of collecting all the stuff I need to play.
Yeah. See, the problem is all the consoles I've been collecting for lately, all those systems are packed, so I can't touch them anyway. So I'm buying them and they're going straight into the moving boxes. So I can't play them right now.
Well, what are you currently playing, and what is your favorite kind of games to play?
What am I playing right now? I didn't post the picture yet, like the proof, but I just finally platinumed Spider-Man, the PS5 version. I grinded for that for about 47 hours of gameplay to get that. So I just finished that because I wanted to get that done before Spider-Man 2. In a couple of days when the new Fortnite season releases, or chapter or whatever, I'll be playing that. But my favorite genre is like third-person shooters. I can't do first person to save my life. But Uncharted, that franchise has my heart. Like, actually, I don't know if you can really see it, but I actually have an Uncharted tattoo.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And
cool.
Nolan North actually commented on it, and he was just like, he was the first like convention person I ever met. And he was just like, oh, he's like, that's so cool, I want to get one there. And he's asking me like a bunch of questions, and I was just like, I love you. I love that man so much. And I met him, like, I think I met him the most out of any convention I've ever been to.
I've been like, at this point, we've met so much. You want to just be friends? Can I like call you next Tuesday?
Like, let's put it this way. Last year I was in Georgia for an event, and both Nolan North and Emily Rose were there, and their tables were side by side. And the convention wasn't offering like a photo op with them. So I kind of became friends with Emily's handler. And I was like, hey, what are the chances I can get a picture with both of them? She's like, we'll make it happen. And I was able to get a picture with both of them instead of just one-on-one.
Oh, that's so awesome. I
was like, Mom and Dad.
I haven't met any celebs or anything. So that would be really cool. I'd be like I'd be in heaven. That would be awesome.
It's honestly, it's fun. I've interacted with a lot during my days.
Yeah, but how many conventions do you think you've been to?
Per year or in general?
How about both? You can answer both questions.
This year I've only done 3 or 4. Pre-pandemic I did like 15 a year.
Woo!
Well, there's like a lot, like where I live, like I have like New York Comic Con is only like an hour and a half, like an hour away from me.
Oh wow.
I have Philly an hour west of me, so there's a lot in this area. But I go to Georgia a lot. Last year I flew to Chicago to meet because I know we're going to talk about the Turtles. We'll see. I'll say the rest of that for later. But I flew to Chicago just to meet the guys who voiced the '87 cartoon. They had it was like a 35-year reunion, so I flew out to Chicago to meet them.
That's cool.
Yeah, no. So I would say nowadays probably like 8 a year.
That's more than me. I got big fat 0 over here.
But that's okay though. It's never too late to start. I know people that went to their first convention in like their 50s.
Wow. Yeah.
It's never too late to start. That's my biggest motto.
Yeah, I want to eventually. I don't know which, but I definitely want to. So how did you get into video games, and what age did you start playing them at?
My dad actually. Well, both my parents, but mostly my dad. I was born in '88, so NES, was king, but NES was not my first system, believe it or not. Commodore 64 was.
Oh, wow.
Everybody freaks out when I tell them that.
No, the reason why is because I have like a similar story. I haven't really talked about it, but I used to go to my uncle's house in the city, and he had a Commodore 64 computer, and he showed me this space game on it. It was like very basic graphics, but you could like go to different planets and do all these things. But then I also played, I think it was Dune or Dune 2000, don't remember. But I remember building the little bases, and I'd had my spice truck out there. The giant sandworm came up and he ate it, and I was like scared. I was like, "What the heck was that?" My uncle was just laughing. So when you said that, I was like, "Oh man!"
It just unlocked a core memory, didn't it?
Yeah, that took me back because I haven't met anybody that had ever played one of those, so I shared that with. So that's really cool. You just surprised me with that.
See, my first game was so different compared to yours.
Mm-hmm.
It was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? So we had the NES in my parents' bedroom. And of course, like when you're a kid, like, sometimes you'll go to sleep in your parents' room. Well, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I would just see this, like the TV was at the foot of the bed. And I would just wake up to this like illumination. And I would look up and I would see my mom playing Dr. Mario. So, and I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old at this point. So during the day, I'd be playing Carmen Sandiego. And then at night, I would play Dr. Mario with my mom or Gyromite.
Wow.
And I would always purposely let the little guy get squished just so I could hear the and that always cracked me up. It still cracks me up to this day, and I'm 35. It cracks me up.
My mom would never play a lot of video games. The only thing I ever played with her or could get her to play was Tiny Toon Adventures on the NES, where you could
that game's a bop.
Yeah,
amazing.
You could, all the characters you play as had different abilities. Like the cat, you could like climb on stuff. I think Plucky could kind of fly. It was cool.
Did you see they're coming out with the new Tiny Toons show?
What? Wait, what?
Yeah,
there's a new show.
Yeah, so Tiny Toons are going to college basically, like it's like Tooniversity or whatever. Yeah, it's college, and the Looney Tunes are the professors. I think it's going to be on HBO Max.
I'm watching
Max,
it.
Whatever it's called.
I'm watching it day one.
I don't know. I want to say it's premiering this year. I'm not entirely sure, but I saw the announcement a few weeks ago.
Okay. So can we get a video game too? Because I think it's time the Tiny Toons come back.
See, I don't know what's gonna happen because they're not really doing like licensed games anymore for movies or shows. Like not even like just with Tiny Toons in general.
A lot of them were freaking good. Like all those like Disney Capcom games for the NES and SNES. My goodness, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
It's funny. My friend on Twitter, shout out to my friend Octo, he laughs at me because he's like, I've never met anyone who loves like licensed games. Like he's like, you love your like your movie tie-in games. And I looked at my wish list one day and I was like, oh my god, I really do love licensed games. I think for Christmas I sent him money and I was like, buy stuff on my wish list. I will give you the money, just buy stuff and ship it to me. And he did, and it was a lot of licensed titles. I didn't realize it.
Wow. I'm a bit picky on mine, but there are some that are just really good. There's like a lot of good ones out there. And then there's some stinky ones that, but I mean, there's charm to a lot of them. Like I don't know how much I would play some licensed games today, but man, those old ones, they were like hidden gems. And I know that's such a cliche thing to say now, but they really kind of were.
I'm gonna give you one I always recommend to people because it's actually a really good one. For PS3 and 360, Captain America.
Captain America.
I
actually wanted to get that one. I wanted to get that one, but
it's fun.
Price. I mean, and it's the only Captain America like movie game.
Yeah, except for like what was it first? I think Genesis.
I think there was like a fighting game. Yeah,
that was just like a side scroller. This was like you actually run in the trenches like during the war, so it was really good.
Wow, that's neat. I need to pick that one up. And then there's a Wolverine one. I think it's X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's actually really good.
Oh my god, it is so good.
I don't have that. There's so many games I don't have one for my collection.
And did you ever see the movie Wanted?
Wanted, yes,
with Angelina. So there's a game that it's called Wanted Weapons of Fate. It takes place within minutes after the movie ends.
Wow.
It's not the greatest, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
I'm about to start making a list
and check it twice.
So, speaking of video games, what would be your holy grail game to get? Doesn't matter if it's expensive, whatever. What is the one that you want for your collection?
I don't have one that I want like the most, but this is probably like the one I could buy it, but I'm trying to find a better deal on it. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Firewatch Physical Edition on PS4. It was
Oh
one of the
yeah.
first limited run titles, and it goes for I think like 120 to 170 right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting to find a good deal on it. And this is going back to license and tie-ins. Ren and Stimpy Buckaroos for SNES. The SNES edition goes anywhere from $300 to like $700.
What?
And we're talking cart only, anywhere from cart only to complete.
See, that's why I don't F around and find out about like those retro games because they're too damn expensive.
But the NES, it's weird, but the NES edition is so much cheaper. So I'll probably just wind up. I think the SNES version was more rare. So I'll probably just wind up getting the NES copy. So it's gonna suck because all of my Ren and Stimpy titles are on SNES except for one that came out only on Genesis, and then I'm gonna have a NES one. So it kind of sucks, but whatever. I want.
Gotta do what you gotta do. I mean,
it's the horrors of being a collector, bro.
Yeah. We don't even need to talk about My Holy Grail. It's so expensive, and I ain't never gonna get it because I ain't gonna pay for it.
What is it?
Screw it. Kuon on the PS2. It's like
I've never heard of that.
It's $1,000 game. It's the only From Software horror game they put out. And it's like they took Fatal Frame and a little bit of Onimusha and put it together.
Okay.
And I think it's freaking phenomenal. I played like 4 hours of it. Walking around, it's like Shrine Maiden. There's like jump scares. The lighting's really nice. The atmosphere is really nice. The opening cutscene is fantastic. And the song, it's like a creepy lullaby. When you look up what the lyrics actually mean, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so morbid, but it's so awesome. And everything From Software now is stupid expensive. Like all the Armored Core games went up in price because a new Armored Core game's coming out, and I'm like, y'all mother truckers didn't care about any of this stuff before, and now you just scalpers. I hate scalpers.
I hate scalpers. I actually well, I was gonna say something, but let's just say I'm gonna save it for a video that I'm making. I was able to get a game that's worth anywhere from $300 to $450.
Ooh.
I only paid $70.
What? I need to know more about that because I don't ever get those kind of. I don't get that kind of.
I was very lucky. I'm gonna make a video about it, so I will let you know when maybe I'll make it this weekend. We'll see, or next weekend.
That's cool. So, moving gears because it's time to get into Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, are we gonna be heroes in a half shell?
Yes, and we're gonna have lots of pizza. Everybody gets to come over and hang out at the later.
Dinner. Damn it!
I know, right? Should I wanted to get pizza yesterday. My mom was like, "Nope." I was like, "Damn it, I want pizza." So, how did you first get introduced into the Ninja Turtles? Where did your love begin?
Don't remember how. I want to say probably I was scrolling through the TV and the 1987 cartoon was on. So we're talking probably like 1991. That was because I saw the cartoon before the movies. That's probably why they're my favorite now. But I was probably just scrolling through TV and I saw it and I was like, what's this? I wish I had a better story for that, but unfortunately I don't. But I was basically 3 years old when my love for it began, and I've been obsessed ever since.
Yeah, I was obsessed too ever since I was little. Can't really remember where it begins. I just remember running, dancing on the table when the theme song came on. I had the PJs, I had the big old flippers. My mom, this is a hilarious story I've never told anybody, but I'll tell you.
Oh.
My mom thought I was going to be a super genius because I could put this giant kids Ninja Turtle puzzle together in like 5 seconds, and they had the big old pieces.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Mom, come on, seriously. Like, but you were like 2 or whatever, and you just put it all together. And I was like, yeah, but Ninja Turtles was like my favorite thing in the world. So
you just knew what to do.
Yeah, so it's like I knew where it went. Like, because they made it easy. Green, and he has a blue mask, Green, and he has a red mask.
The L goes with the blue mask. Yeah, the R goes with the red mask.
So it wasn't like, I wish I still had that puzzle, damn it. But yeah.
Those big piece puzzles were always so much fun.
Yeah. So who is your favorite Ninja Turtle and why? And what is your preferred version of the Ninja Turtles?
So instead of telling you my favorite turtle, how about I show you?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna laugh, and I'm okay with that. And I know people watching this are going to laugh because I bought this item just for when we did the movie. Ignore my hair; it looks like crap. See, you can my turtle's hat on.
I wish I would have had a Ninja Turtles hat. Here we go.
Oh my god, this is so messed up. It's not going to plan. There we go.
I love that. That's so cute.
Okay, we're taking it off now. It's really hard to see in it.
Where'd
It's
you
really
get
hard to see.
that? Was it from like a collector's edition or something?
Target.
Target?
Target, because it also came with
That's
and his
so
ninja
cool.
star. So it just, how did I do this? Oh yeah, so it just goes in here, and then it, come on, it locks into place.
That is so cool. That's so cool. I guarantee you probably get home from work and be like, man, that boy made me so mad. Yeah.
No, see, because you know what? Knowing my dog, she would run over to me and she would get clocked with it. So even though it's like it's soft, like it's squishy, but it's plastic, so it'll hurt.
I'm surprised she's not like
her.
carrying in her in its mouth and it's like a
She's 11 pounds. She can't. If it was a stuffed animal, she could, but not this. But no, Mikey's always been my favorite. Ever since I was a kid, he's just that chill, like relaxed vibe, and that's the vibe I go for. Because of course, I mean, like we all get pissed off at certain things in our lives, but I always try to keep the Mikey mentality. And my friends say I always talk like Mikey. Like I'll just be like, bro, I'm like, that's rad. And of course, I always quote, Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds.
Yeah.
No, it's just Mikey is life. And my friends always say, like, you are Mikey, and Mikey is you.
Yeah, I love Michelangelo. Michelangelo and Raphael are my favorites. And Michelangelo's just the heart of the team.
He is.
He really is. And
he could, if Leo ever stepped down, I could see Mikey being the leader.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody's like, wait, what?
Right? I know people are like,
but really, yeah. I mean, when Mikey gets serious though, it's like all hands are off. Like he's joking and he's silly, but if dude ever gets serious, y'all better run. You think Raph is scared? Shoot, I don't even want to see Mikey pissed off. Like it probably would not be pretty.
Actually, when I said before, I went to Chicago last year to meet the guys who played the Turtles. When I met the guy who voiced Mikey Townsend, I forget whose line I was standing on when he was at the booth next to me, and I heard him say "Cowabunga." I started crying online. So I get to his booth, I get to his table, it's my turn. I started shaking. I do not get starstruck. I don't. But I got starstruck with him. I started shaking and I started crying, and he just gave me the biggest hug. I was like, dude, you don't understand. Oh, I have to see if I could pull it up. But he was just phenomenal. He was the nicest guy. They all did voices for me. This was I can't really make it out because stupid glare. But
yeah, you have them all with you. They're hanging out.
And then
you'll have to share me that picture off screen.
I will. And then you can't make it out
because I'm so jealous.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there.
Yeah,
but it was worth the flight, and it was the week after my birthday that I went, so they all made like happy birthday videos in their voices. It was great.
Oh
yeah, it was. I still have them. I'm gonna post them one day, but it made the flight all the way out there very much worth it.
Definitely. And I will say about Raph, it's like he's very aggressive and standoffish, and he's kind of very closed off, but man, he's got so much heart. Like he loves so much. I think he has the most love out of everyone, because those scenes in that first 90s movie, him, Leo fighting, arguing, there is so much love right there. Leo was so like broken up. He was so concerned for Raph. And then just them coming to get like, man, I'm starting to cry. Oh man,
it's like therapy hour here.
Yeah, he is just and I feel like he's kind of like me, because I love so big, but man, sometimes this rudeness and this frustration and short temper comes out, and I'm like Raph. He's like a big teddy bear, but he has claws, and he doesn't want the claws to come out, but they always come out.
It's always the hardest and roughest ones are the ones that love the hardest.
Yeah,
because they have that like exterior shell, that protectiveness, and then beneath, like the onion, you remove the layers and you get to the mushy softy. And I feel like that's him entirely.
Yeah, I could talk about turtles all day long. All day long. So what are some of your favorite Ninja Turtle video games, and what kind of Ninja Turtle video game would you like to see?
So after the NES games, I kind of didn't play any of the middle ones. Anything from like Turtles in Time all the way up to probably like whatever the ones that came out on Xbox were, like the original ones. So because like I didn't didn't really have the money for the games, so I skipped out on all those. So I still haven't played like Turtles in Time, believe it or not.
Wow.
But I think I know it's hard. I'm sounding horrible. I while I'm absolutely loving Shredder's Revenge because it's like going back to the old school, I still have to say the arcade game is still my favorite by far. I know it's like everybody's favorite, that or Turtles in Time. But the Manhattan Project holds a very special place in my heart.
No.
I just remember as a kid playing that with my dad. And of course, I was always Mikey and he was always either Leo or Donnie. And I just remember battling it out on the beach with him, like with the just like doing co-op. And I'm gonna get emotional here. But no, that has a very special place in my heart. So I will never get rid of that game because it's just too sentimental for me. But yeah, I would say the arcade game was my favorite. As far as what a game I would love to have for Turtles, picture the grittiness of GTA 4, but with the Turtles as adults.
That would be good. I'm really excited for, and I hope that Last Ronin video game turns out to be phenomenal. I am so hoping the best for that because I'm excited. I know you did a reaction on your channel for that, so
yes.
Yeah.
And I was actually going to mention that video because I remember I mentioned like a God of War-esque. And I had a conversation with my friend Colt about it. And we were kind of talking like it would be really cool to have like just those themes, but also like a Ghost of Tsushima vibe to it too. Just because of the whole like the Ronin and everything, it just fits that element. So like I kind of see that world, but in a Turtles-esque. I actually just picked up the Last Ronin comics, like the hardcover one. So I'm gonna read those since we have a few years before the game comes out.
It's phenomenal. I'm still iffy about them continuing the story. I'm not gonna give you any spoilers because it's a great book, but they are continuing the story, and I don't know. I think it's better as a self-contained story, just a one and done. Doesn't need to be stretched on, because usually when they do that with like anime or something else, it kind of ruin it after a while. It's like, okay, but
so I bought this hardcover book, and it's not even a standstill thing.
It's a standalone story, but they decided it was so popular they want to continue it, and I can't tell you how or why.
Typical corporate capitalization.
I can't tell you how or why, but read the book. It's fantastic.
It's gonna take me a while to get through it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's gonna pull on your heartstrings. You're probably gonna cry, but
I'm ready for that.
Beautiful, beautiful. And to me, it's like it's a standalone story. No matter what they do after, to me, it's a standalone story. And you'll see how and why they're gonna continue it, but I don't think
I know nothing about it. Like it's it's
I didn't either. I didn't either.
Okay.
But my friend Lacey, I love you. She gave me spoilers on who the last Ronin was.
I'm okay with spoilers if I ask for them. If
I didn't ask for it, she just let it slip out, and I'm like, really? You had to tell me who the turtle was? Did you really have to? I'm sorry. I still love her. I still love her. But...
on my video, I had talked about like how I'm like more of a fan of like the 87 cartoon, and somebody commented on my video, "Oh, you're a classics fan." And I'm like, I literally replied with like, you say that like it's a bad thing. Because like I'm not like the biggest fan of like the Nickelodeon era, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
So the classics were my jam, and they still are 30 years later. So I was just like that's not the insult you think it is, bro. Like
that's not like what? That would be like saying I hate the first 151 Pokemon. I'm like, what? They're the most iconic. So Pikachu is on every damn thing that comes out. Pikachu here, Pikachu there, Pikachu in your underwear. Like,
it's funny you say that because those are the only Pokemon I know.
Yeah, right. There's like 500. There's like 800, 900. I think there's 1,000.
There's over 1,000 now. There's over 1,000.
I'm like, I don't even care. I lost interest after like the second gen. Like, I don't care now.
So it's funny. I know we're talking about Turtles, but I'd say this real quick. I was at GameStop a few weeks ago, and I heard like my friends behind the counter talking about the new 151 pack coming out for Pokemon. I haven't collected Pokemon cards since I was probably 13. I immediately pre-ordered the biggest pack of Pokemon cards, ones that comes with like the special Mew card and the coin, because they were focusing only on the 151. So I had to buy it. And now there's like where I live, like 20 minutes away, there's actually a Pokemon store where they do like swap meets and trading nights. So they're like, yeah, bring your duplicates here, and it's a good way to complete like your master set.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So I'm gonna be quote unquote completing.
Sucks. I want to live where you live. They got cool stuff there.
Yeah, bro, it's too expensive to live here. That's why I'm moving out. It's too expensive to live here.
It's like it's expensive to live in the cool places, but the cool places have the cool stuff.
That's true.
The places that aren't cool to live is cheap as crap because nobody wants to live there because there's nothing cool to do.
No, where I'm moving to, which I'll tell you after the show, it's a lot cheaper to live down there, and there's a lot of cool shit.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to start moving down there too. So I gotta go fast. So What is your most prized possession when it comes to the Ninja Turtles? Even if you don't have it with you in hand now, like.
So, unfortunately, the original version. I thought a lot about this question because I know you had sent me a couple of the questions in advance. And I'm glad you did because I needed to prep. The original item that I had as a kid, I unfortunately didn't have anymore, and I was at Comic-Con last year, and apparently they remade it like a year or two ago, and I didn't know that. So as soon as I saw it, I immediately bought it, and I had to lug around this big ass box the whole day. It was the Channel 6 April O'Neil van.
Oh.
From 1992. So I now have the replicated version.
Wow, I want to see a
I
picture of that. You'll have to send me because I didn't even know they made that. That'd be
I'll
cool.
send you the Google picture because it's packed away right now. But I have a Christmas video from Christmas morning opening up because we when I was 4 years old we went to Disney and Universal. Listen to me, yeah, we went to Universal and the turtles were there. Unfortunately, Mikey wasn't there, but I met Raph and I got my picture with him and I was so obsessed, obviously, with the turtles. My mom got me all turtle stuff for Christmas, and there's a video I'm gonna post it one of these days of me opening up, and I was like, "Oh, it's the and then I opened it up and I started screaming. I was like, and my mom, you see the camera shake a little bit because my mom's trying not to laugh. But that was my prized possession as a kid. I played the shit out of it. And then something happened to it. So I had to rebuy it as I was 34 when I rebought it, and I was so happy.
That's cool.
That was
I remember when I was a kid, probably my most prized turtle vehicle was the pizza launcher. Has the little plastic pizzas and the turtle
Yes.
on the back.
Yes.
Man, I love that damn thing. But my pizzas mysteriously disappeared, and I think it's because my sister Marla threw them away. Maybe she didn't want to be hit with them. Well, maybe she should have been me.
I feel like you guys need a therapy session dealing with that. I'm not even gonna bother trying to add any sort of light to that. I'm just gonna. It's like the Homer Simpson meme. Just back away slowly into the.
So you saw the new Mutant Mayhem film, and without giving any spoilers, can you tell us your overall thoughts on the film, what you liked and what you didn't like about it, or what could have been done better?
So obviously it's about to leave theaters, like within a week or two. So for when people watch
I
it
haven't even
on,
seen it yet.
oh, I saw the special, like the advanced preview, like a week and a half, like about a week before it came out. But for anybody who, whether they see it in the theater or whether they, stream it, whatever, there is a mid-credit scene. Watch it because my jaw hit the floor when I saw it. To the point that it was a reveal for the sequel. It was something that I forgot was even in the movie until that moment. I was like, oh my God, how did I not realize it? And it set it up perfectly for the sequel. But as far as the movie itself, genius. The kids or the teenagers, they recorded their lines together. Like it wasn't like, the guy who played Mikey recorded all his lines separately. Like, no, they were all together, and you could tell it blended so well. They acted like real teenagers. It wasn't like adults trying to be teenagers. Jackie Chan was Splinter, and you couldn't have asked for a better person to play him. There were so many nods to like modern day stuff, but dude, if I say any more, I'm gonna spoil something, and I don't want to do that. I'm not that person. I don't want anybody to spoil it like you with The Last Ronin. I should say watch it ASAP so we could chat about it. It was phenomenal. I think when it comes out on streaming, I'm gonna watch it again and do a proper review for it.
That'd be cool.
I know it's supposed to be like video game content, but I don't care. It's Turtles. It's my channel.
It's your channel. You can do whatever you want.
My friends are starting to know me more for Turtles than video games. I tell you, all summer, the amount of times I have either been texted, DM'd, Facebooked, tweeted, Instagrammed, so many, every time something new of the Turtles came out, it's like, Meg, buy this, Meg, buy that. My poor wallet. And then you're starting to send me stuff. I'm like, no, I have to draw the line somewhere. And so it's just like, I mean, I appreciate the love, and I love that when people see the Turtles, they think of me. That warms my heart. But I gotta draw the line somewhere on what I'm buying. I can only spend so much.
And speaking of that, NECA has that diorama turtle layer from the 80s, 90s cartoon up for pre-order. It's like $300 damn.
I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I'm not. My TikTok video roasting that blew up, and it was like got over 1,000 views. I was like, whoa. I guess a lot of people agree. But they do have the baby turtle accessory set, and that's not bad. That's reasonable. And I'm like, I want cute little baby versions of the turtles, so I'm probably going to break down and buy that because it's got like a 3-week open pre-order. So
All right.
But what would you say to the people that have some controversy about the film? Because some people don't like some of the designs of the characters, like April and Splinter, and some people are like part of the turtles, and some don't like some of the turtles. I'm a little iffy on some of their designs, but overall, it looks pretty cool. But what do you have to say about that?
That's what I have to say about that. And if you want a second opinion,
I love you.
it's 2023. Like, Splinter raised these turtles. He's gonna be an old man or an old rat. April, there is nothing wrong with the fact that April is curvy and another race. There is nothing, just because we grew up with, April being this like sexual, like not sexual, but like this like woman wearing very tight jumpsuit and like being like, white redhead. There's nothing wrong with April now. Like, there's nothing saying that like April has to be this. Okay, yeah, Mikey's always has the orange belt. Leo always has the blue belt or the headband. Yeah, that's fine. And they're turtles. But I have no issue with anything of like changing a character's race or their character size as long as it fits the character. And April is a teenager in this movie. There's nothing wrong with that. So I am all for it.
Good points. Good points. I mean, there could always be different versions of these characters. I mean, I don't particularly like some. Like you said, you don't really like the Nickelodeon direction of some of the designs, and I don't like what was that one? It was like Turtles Rise or something. They had like freaking like purple colored triangles under their face, and I was like, what is that? A freaking dry Dorito? Really, what is that? And then they have like technology powers or something, like they're in a virtual world. I'm like, damn, they spiced Ninja Turtles with freaking Digimon. What's going on here? And they didn't look like turtles.
Phrase it, like, how like the MCU, there's all the different like Earths, like 616, all that. That's kind of how I'm looking at it with turtles. Like the one you just described, that's one. The 87 one is one. The 2003 version is another. This is just another. This is somebody's version of the turtles. This is Seth Rogen's version. And I love that, like, when like there's a point where I think that's even in the trailer, you see him hold up a throwing star. It's not a star. It's it's purposely like misdesigned, and they wanted it like that. And I love that aspect because it makes it look unique. It's not your typical like Pixar DreamWorks type of movie.
Yeah, not everything has to be for everyone, and that's okay. I may not like this decision or that decision, but I still have the turtles that I grew up with, and I could still love, and they're still getting attention today, so it's cool, whatever. So when it comes to the Ninja Turtles, and I know you already showed us an item before, but do you have any other cool items to show us?
I do. I purposely packed like a little bit like here. One of these, actually, I'll start with this one, I guess. I actually posted this one on Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it now, saying that I was going to come home with me, and it kind of got like a decent amount of attention. It was this.
Oh yeah, I saw that at the store. Yeah.
Yeah. So buying this is the only way to get April. Because I had all the guys individually in my cart, but the only way to get April is buying this set. So I had to go out and I had to get I had to get Splinter, and who was the other one? I had to get Rocksteady separately, so I had to order them on eBay. But yeah, so I got this.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen that pack in stores. I did see like the fighting packs.
Only in Target.
Yeah,
it's only in Target. I picked this up because.
Oh, where'd you get that? That's so cool.
Target, but I know I think like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store have something similar. And then surprise.
Oh. No, Mikey's
so this is all stuff I actually haven't posted yet. So
did it come in there? Did Mikey?
No, I bought it separately.
Oh, okay.
I just only had so much room. All right, we're gonna put that back there. You're the first person seeing all this. Nobody has seen this yet that I bought it.
Yay, I'm special.
My knockoff lounge fly bag.
Oh, my friend Lacey would love it. She has like a Chip and Dale one of that.
I want the Chip and Dale one.
Oh yeah.
I'm a full-blown Disney adult, so I need that.
Yeah, y'all would be best friends. Seriously.
I showed you the nunchucks, and then this I got at the theater.
Oh yeah, I'm so jealous. I want that.
So they ask you what turtle, which turtle's your favorite. So it came with
little paper mask. Yeah.
It's actually foam.
Oh, it's made out of foam? It's not made out of paper? Damn, I want it even more now.
Cup.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of that.
a Mikey topper, which I haven't opened yet.
Oh wow.
And then AMC also did a thing where it was like a poster and a comic book, which they didn't have that when I went to go see it. So I had ordered them on eBay, but I have them in another room. But I need to get a frame.
I wonder how much that popcorn tin, and is that top really tin? Or is it like,
and it says New York City sewer.
Ugh, I want that so bad.
And it's like in the same artwork style as the movie, as you can see. Like
I bet it costs like an arm and a leg on eBay now.
Probably. I paid for everything in this tin. I paid $30 for this.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go for 60 now.
And it also came with like a thing of popcorn, but they put the popcorn in like a separate container. I didn't have time to go to the movies, but I saw that my local theater had this in stock. So I booked a movie because I have the AMC like stubs. So I get 3 movies a week. I just booked a random movie just so I can get into the theater, ran up to the concession stand, bought it, and then I left and I ate the popcorn in my car.
Wow.
I wonder if they would have
let people buy multiple, or if you could only buy one.
I don't know, but I'm assuming a scalper probably like brought like a couple of friends.
Damn. I would have been like, Meg, hook your boy up because I want one of those. But
dude, the shipping on that alone.
Yeah, it probably would have been a lot. But seeing as you showed some cool stuff, I'm gonna show some cool stuff.
Show and tell.
There's this.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you open it. See if I can open it because it's got the Velcro thing. Boom! It's from the NES.
Oh,
yeah, the NES cart.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh man, I got this in a Target restock. It's so hard to get, but that's not it. I got this directly from NECA.
I almost bought that last year.
I had to get it. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Regardless if you think the movie is good or not, the fact is like this is so cool. Like I had to get it. I just love
the VHS style of it, honestly. Yeah, I would want just the box.
And then it's embossed too, like how the original movie box. Yeah, it's like the logo is embossed in the front of it. So
yeah, I don't even care about the figures. I just want the box. Actually, this week I have to record a video. I finally got delivered my radical edition of the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge from Limited Run, the big box one.
You're gonna do an unboxing?
Just got delivered. Yeah, I'm gonna do an unboxing probably this weekend if I can get it done. That's cool. But I mean, I already know the content. I just haven't seen them in person yet. I mean, I already own the game on like 3 different systems, but I needed the other stuff that came with it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So aside from video games and Ninja Turtles and YouTube, what are your other hobbies and interests? Do you have? You already said you had pet, or any other talents you have? Just anything else you want to share so everybody can know you better.
I'm supposed to have other hobbies? Shit. No, I'm just kidding. No, I am a huge movie buff. So actually, I kind of said before I started Megoobuh Games, I had like a movie type page where I was doing like YouTube videos about movie reviews, rankings, all that such. I'm actually part of a podcast. I've been hopping back and forth between a couple different podcasts over the years, but now I'm with one it's called Beauty and the Beasts. In my latest video for the Walking Dead Destinies, I linked their channel. It's like mostly about like Walking Dead type of stuff, but we also talk about like other shows. We covered The Last of Us. We talk about other movies that we're into. We actually get to moderate panels at a convention in Georgia.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we record our episodes live on YouTube. So anytime that way like audience can be part of the conversation too. So like if you chimed in, you're like, hey, what did you think of this week's episode? We can comment on it. We can talk about it. So it's like you're part of the episode too. But apart from that, I traveling, big one, because obviously. And just hanging out with my dog, as lame as that sounds. I'll hang out with my dog with like a bowl of ice cream over going out with friends any day of the week.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's funny, every time I am like on a stream chat with somebody, she always runs over and wants to be on camera, but she's hiding right now. But I don't know if you can kind of.
Oh, I can see it.
Oh, there you go. It's kind of creepy. She's a Chihuahua Italian Greyhound. Her name is Zoe. She's 5 years old, and I rescued her 4 years ago. That dog saved me. Like honestly, saved me. Yeah, she's actually my couch is behind my monitor, so she's currently sleeping on a pillow over there.
She got to get her little nap piece in.
All she does is nap. She either runs or naps, and then every night she uses me as a pillow.
Well, our cat Batman either sleeps or he's...
Is your cat's name Batman?
Yes.
You need a Robin now.
We did. And sadly, he died.
Just now you need Alfred.
Yeah. Yeah. Mom's done with cats. So all we got is Batman. She don't want any more pets. So yeah.
But Batman is an epic name.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty cool.
Is he black?
Yes, completely.
Yes.
Completely black.
So much better.
Yeah.
Black cats are the best.
Yeah. It's perfect ready for Halloween.
There you go. And he's got a costume already.
Yeah.
Just just add a little bit of like yellow on his back and he's golden.
And he always wants to go out at night too. Strangely. Yeah. So he's already ready.
I think not. I mean, he lives up to his name.
Exactly.
He's living up to the, walking around in the shadows. He just needs a mask and he's all set. And the cat, instead of the bat signal, it's the cat signal. Yeah. It's cute.
So that's pretty much all of our questions.
Okay, bye. Sign off now, bye.
He's like, y'all don't get a proper outro, nothing. Just bye, biatch. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
We take you out.
Turtle style.
So
where's my nunchucks?
I don't have any. I have to pretend like I have some.
I put them somewhere on the floor, so I don't feel like getting them.
But before we go, is there anything that you want to say to everybody that's watching the podcast? And also, where can we find you at on social media? So my last words, well, not my last words, but like my last words. Console wars are dumb. They are stupid. And everybody should just love gaming. That's my mantra. But where to find me? So on, now my dog's running over to me. You're a little too late there, pal. And she just walked away. You can find me on YouTube, Twitter, whatever we're calling it now, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. I'm losing count of the apps. My username on all of them is Megoobuh, which I know you'll link that in the description with my usernames. That's easy. Yeah. So that's all where you can find me, and it's all video game related. And then of course you have turtle stuff, but yeah, it's all related to video games. Well, that sounds awesome. I'll have a link to find our channel and all our socials down below. So I want to thank everybody for watching this podcast. I want to thank Meg for coming on and having so much fun with us. Yes, I'm so glad that we got to do this. Hopefully we can do it again real soon. And everybody that's watching, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so and joining the 1UP family. Greatly appreciate it. And until next time, happy gaming, and let's all 1UP our collection together. All right, bye everyone. Bye. Game over, man. Phil1Up collects. Subscribe to join the 1UP family today, and let's all 1UP our collections together. Happy gaming and collecting, everyone. See you real soon.